Thank you. I'll give the floor to Mr. Bashir.
Thank you, Mr. Cabrita, for the work you have done on the use of opt-outs of the Working Time Directive. I must say that the findings of your report do not come as a shock to myself and the members of my group. From its inception, it has been clear that this is not an area where legislation at a European level is viable, practical, or wanted by the Member States. This was seen in the large number of Member States who gained opt-outs when it was adopted. What we have learned today is that even in the 12 Member States who would fully apply the directive, at least half have serious cases of not implementing it anyway. In addition to this, in Member States where temporary derogations have expired, have been completely unable to implement the provisions. In Austria, where no opt-outs are used, workers are not happy with their working conditions. If we look at the graph on the share of workers working more than 48 hours per week, it was not in Member States where the general opt-outs is used that we see the highest proportion of workers working over this limit. This is very telling. I think the conclusions that we can draw from this are very clear. We have a vast array of industries and sectors employing people on our continent, and they are concentrated differently among the Member States. The difficulties we saw in the adoption and now the implementation of this badly thought out directive clearly shows us that a one-size-all approach is not viable. Having studied this in depth, would you not agree that legislation in this area is much better left at a Member State level? Thank you.
Mr. Martin.